Isn't it funny? Not really. So that most of the thought-provoking and insightful people in the world's history, whether it be from the activists to artists, muses, and even world-renowned figures who were comparable to gods walking on earth, were the ones with the most heaviest users through their preferred substance of joy. These individuals were those who should have been the ones to change the world, but ended up being the victims of their vices, the victims of their passion. Think about it. But the thing is, those who allowed their vices to flourish became a better version of their creative selves. You see, it allowed them to step out and perform an out-of-body act, and you see the full potential of their creative selves flourish. So much so that they were obsessed with the high of the greatness being displayed, that they were too passive to allow the obsession to not dominate based on the judgment of those who didn't agree with their selective vices after dark.
All right.
Now, I'm not endorsing anyone to do what these said artists have done. I just find it ironic that the best work that came out of all of these artists and figures was when they were at the biggest and highest of their peak through their career. Look at The Weeknd and Robert Downey Jr. It's a common occurrence that those you hear that were longtime fans of both individuals say back when they were at the highest of their drugs, they made and displayed the best form of art in their field. And I'm not gonna lie, they did. And I'm mainly speaking for The Weeknd. The Weeknd, he transcended a whole genre, for God's sake, creating little versions of himself along the way. And he wasn't the only one. Basquiat, Pimp C. But there are two of the most tragic and infamous out of all of those, and those being Whitney Houston and Amy Winehouse. Hey, not to cut this video off, thank y'all for over 100 subscribers. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. I would have never thought I'd get to this point. Now there's people that actually watch me, and I appreciate y'all so much. So thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you again. And hopefully we can continue this journey and see where it goes. Thank y'all so much. Back to our regularly scheduled program.
If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them?
That would be me. It's my deciding. It's my heart. It's what I want and what I don't want. Nobody makes me do anything I don't want to do. It's my decision. So the biggest devil is me. I mean, either my best friend or my worst enemy. And that's how I have to deal with it. I could tell you that I am not self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. I'm not a person who...
For these two, as their addictions were getting worse, their passion for music and art was increasing. It was like the more they got addicted, the more passion you could hear in their music. As Amy was able to win 4 Grammys in the process of making her second studio acclaimed album, while being at the peak of both her alcoholism and coke addiction. And the same goes for Whitney, as she was a functional addict, admitting to her flaws and troubles with drugs and alcohol, as it allowed her somehow to capture the world with her addiction for passion, for the passion of the people around her, and what passion can do for those who seek it in ways that are detrimental for the mind, body, and soul. These artists we loved, cared for, and revered still have a close place in our hearts. But I beg to ask, and pardon me as I ask this, the drugs they took, did it allow them to be their true selves? As they appeared free and content with the results of that life, of what life had thrown at them, with no regrets of the effects Funny enough, similar to how the pieces of innocence play with the youth, to explore the world with a sense of freedom of knowing nothing, the ability to gladly be ignorant of the effects of what may come from your causes. We all have our vices and demons that we deal with on our own, which may be considered detrimental for those who you may tell and ask. But we try our best to hold them close to our chest, blinding the world from the sights of our true ambitions. But regardless of all the artists, muses, and world-renowned figures, these were people. And from what I assume, based on what they displayed to the world, these were wonderful people. People who had the confidence to show to the world what they were and do it so gracefully. If only they could know they could have done it so gracefully without the vices.
It's my deciding. It's my heart. It's what I want and what I don't want. Nobody makes me do anything I don't want to do. It's my decision. So the biggest devil is me. I'm either my best friend or my worst enemy. And that's how I have to deal with it.
There's always somebody somewhere who cares for you, and I'm one of them.